What's up, everybody? Graphic Content episode 18. This is going to be a
Yep.
good month because you're going to get 3 episodes, but 2 towards the end of the month. And we'll talk more about what you expect on those. But I'm Who That Comics, Boston Chris. Chris, how you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. I have a nice long weekend because of the way that time off has been with work. So because of the fact that everything kind of fell in a certain way, I have Friday and Monday off. So for me, it's just like tonight is my Friday, which is amazing. Actually, today was my Friday, and my Monday is next Tuesday. So I'm just kind of living it up.
Let's go. Yeah, I'm getting closer and closer to Christmas. What's up, Bleeker? If you want to come chit chat, Bleeker, this is not gonna be a long episode, Bleak, or anybody else. But if you want to come chit chat for about maybe an hour, come chit chat, come chat with us up. You come on and help promote the auction that we're doing coming up. So shout out to Michael Baker. He says, duty here at Lords of the Long Show. Oh yeah. The good thing, I can tell you one thing about that show. That's a good show, but it's an easy show to always watch on rewind. Because one of the shows that good, you could always watch it on rewind like that. I like that. But yeah, this is not normally. You would normally do Wednesday. We did Thursday. I wasn't feeling good Wednesday. But yeah, so we ended up just picking this one up, and we're gonna do a couple of episodes at the end of the month. But Bleak, if you want to join, come ahead and join, man. But everything's been going good with myself as well, so excited for the Christmas holidays.
Tebow and those guys always have a good show, and we did like I said, we didn't plan it to go this way, but the thing is that Tebow and them are going to give you that information as far as what books are hot and all the rest of that stuff. We're just kind of hanging out, talking about different things within comics, and just gonna have some fun. So like who that said, you can always go back and watch that, and kind of see what's going on there, just because it's always a good show. We're just here to entertain, so do our best and hopefully entertain everybody.
What's up, Callie? Callie stopping through, man. Make sure y'all smash that thumbs up button. Oh, I forgot to say this because we're in December now. We haven't gotten I haven't gotten enough people to enter the super chat, but still giving away these 2 books to one person. Super chat giveaway / channel member giveaway ends at the end of December 31st is the last time you can enter. $2 get you 1 entry, $5 get you 3 entries. So good luck to everybody who has entered. And I'll send you the link, Bleak, unless Chris already sent it to you. But
yep, I just sent the link out there. So
right.
Anybody who's out there that wants to join us, just go ahead and hit that link.
So I definitely want to talk about Invincible. I don't want to go deep into spoilers because we got some good people in the chat who love to join. Who love to watch it. So
what's funny is like what you're saying, no spoilers. So I'll say this much: it shouldn't be spoilers, but it has been out for a little bit, and I will say, if you're not watching Invincible, if you haven't watched it, you're in for a treat. It's just really, really good, and I think as far as adult animated shows, it sets the bar so much higher than other stuff that's out there. And I would go on and say, I think as far as comic related animated shows, I think right now it's the top show. And I say that with all sincerity.
I think it is too. Even being animated, it's I would say probably one of the best, if not the best, out right now.
Yes.
So definitely check it out. Figure out a way. But it's like every episode is getting better and better. That's all I can say. If this was live action, like this, people who love The Boys, let me say it like this: if you love The Boys, if this was live action, this would be better than The Boys. Just gonna say.
Oh yeah.
I'll put that out there. So we got a guest. We got this guy is He is a reverend to some, a comic book seller to some. He is a hunt champion to some.
Yes, to all.
But it's well, yeah, to all to some, but it depends on it depends. But but one thing he's not a hustlemania champ. But but he is one of the best. Good buddy from Canada, Mr. Bleeker.
Gentlemen, how you doing tonight?
When we say the boy got his own money, the boy got his own money. It's Canadian money, but he got his own money.
He got his own money. His own money.
He got his own belt. I'll give you that.
Yeah, he got that too. He does. He does have that. I might not. He's not a hustlemania champ, but he does have his own OG belt.
Yeah, he's got his own championship belt.
Yeah, so. I don't have that.
I'll get there one of these days. Callie had it this year. We'll see. We'll see next year.
Dude, he was like, it didn't look like it didn't matter what he showed. He was taking it down this year.
Dude, I was in that thing for like fucking 12 rounds. I had so many books, and finally I'm just like, okay, he beat me. Finally, I was like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, I tried my best, but I was like, I knew it wasn't gonna. I don't think I was gonna beat him. What did Michael Baker say about it?
Yeah,
this was
Michael
really
Baker
good. What I
really
was the Spawn anime show from back in the day. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, but I know I was talking currently.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm not saying of all time. I am saying right now, currently, it's the best one there. But that is a good, I would say, comparison of a animated show that was done very well, especially when you look back on it. It was mid to late 90s. It was really done well. And very underrated. They did not give, unfortunately for Spawn, it just didn't, being on HBO, it was able to do everything that they wanted to do with it, but the audience wasn't there just because not enough people knew about it, I guess, or not enough people were into, Spawn comics. And but it was a great show. And, unfortunately, it should have been able to do better. But Invincible really, I think, kind of has kind of that same vibe of just that, it's just a raw and just gritty show that they just kind of do what they want to do with. And I've said before, they pack so much into these episodes that there's a couple of times where I'm watching it and I didn't really know. I was like, wow, I was like, this still has a bunch of time to go. I thought I'd already been watching it for an hour or whatever. And it's just so much happens. And I think it's the way that they tell the story, because it just kind of, some episodes, there's a lot going on, and they go to a lot of places. They transition a lot from different people and different characters as far as different arcs throughout the story. So it's just done so well that it just really is I would say a great adaptation from a show to a comic. From a comic to a show. It's really good. It's not page for page exact, but it's just really done well. So I think that it's a good jumping on point for people who've never read Invincible.
I'm not watching it then. If it's not exactly like the comics, I'm not watching it.
Well, then no, because actually, I think it really does a good job of conveying the story, and the action is unmatched. The action is just so good.
You mean they had to change it for a broader audience? That's stupid. I'm not watching that.
I'll say this: I don't think they really did. I think that they're moving faster, I think, through the story than you would expect them to.
They're moving a little faster than the actual comic book.
But it flows perfectly. It does. It's not like it's just they went from this point to this point, and now and you just lost. It's they're doing a good job kind of keeping everything together and explaining things, and really doing well, introducing new characters and just introducing new things.
I didn't know anything about it, and I love it. I'll tell you that.
I
knew nothing about Invincible. I didn't read the comics, and I fucking love the show.
No, Callie, they did not make him a woman.
Yeah,
I'm even a woman.
I wouldn't doubt it, Callie. I wouldn't doubt it. Disney doesn't own it, though, so he should be fine.
No, they did. They have done a really good job with that.
Definitely
and I have to say that the action that was in the first season was really good, and they've especially like once you get to like you see like the fight with Battle Beast, and then the fight later on with Omni-Man and Invincible. But like it's just like the upping what's going to happen more as it goes along, which is the same thing that happens in the book. And how they've now come to the point where now the Viltrumites, so the Viltrumites, which is Mach and Omni-Man's you know race of what they really are, half of what Invincible is, but Omni-Man is a straight up full Viltrumite. Like you're seeing everything that they kind of warned him about, where it's just like, no, these guys are vicious, they are extreme, and it's just like to watch the battles that they have, especially episode 4 was really, really good. And just like I said, if you're not watching it, if you haven't watched it, you're in for a treat. And if you just like, oh, I don't have time, you're doing yourself a disservice. Watch it. It's good. Especially the only thing that makes me sad about that show right now is that it's on a mid-season break type thing. So they're not gonna have any new episodes until next year. I don't know exactly when, but they're gonna start that up again. So and the thing with that is I'm not sure if it's. I think part of that is because of the strike, because they probably not that they needed people to go ahead. I'm sure they had it drawn and animated already, but I think that they probably need people to go in and do the voice acting and stuff, because while the strike was happening, they couldn't get the actors in to do the voice over stuff. So
that's actually not the reason.
No,
they do the same thing with any popular show. It's just to get more viewers at a different time of the year, so they can get 2 times a year they can get viewers, and it makes.
I mean, I honestly thought it would have been. It was for that because they didn't. I don't remember them doing that with the first season.
No, they do.
But I could be wrong.
They do it with. That's because they didn't know how popular it would be the first season. Now it's a really popular show. They do the same thing with Rick and Morty. They do
and that's why I think I could see Amazon looking into doing a live action movie.
Do you think it'll translate to live action? Like, I know The Boys does really well, but it's sort of funny. Like the Invincibles is a lot of serious topics.
Well, I think they.
I mean, how they did the animated? If you how you could just follow the animated?
Yeah, I mean, I think they could.
I wouldn't follow the comic. I wouldn't follow. It'd be a little bit too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like it has its funny moments and stuff, just because like anyone. I mean, you think of it like where it's just like it's what Spider-Man would be if Spider-Man was legitimately made and came out in the big and like the 2000. You know what I mean? Like if Spider-Man wasn't a character and came out at that point, like where he was snarky and everything like that, before, like that's exactly how he'd be. Where it's just like, okay, so he's gonna be kind of awkward in what he does and how he does things and everything like that. So I think that it would if it was something like that, like I think that Mach being who he is, it's fine. Like he's learning how to be a hero on his own, and now he's kind of stepping into his own. But there's a whole bunch of stuff that's going on, and I think that it's I think that when it comes to his character, it's you're gonna get a lot of that comedic timing just because he doesn't quite know what he's doing. And he's still, basically like a college age teen. So you're talking about someone, let's say, who's like 19 years old, 20 years old, and doesn't quite know everything that's happening around him. He's still trying to grow up and be, stepping into adulthood. So it's just like, you're going to have those awkward moments of him trying to be a hero, plus him, growing up and everything. So it's lends itself to a lot of like, different comedy type, situations here and there. But a live action would be cool. I just wonder how they would, I wonder if they'd have to tone the violence down a little bit.
That's what I'd be worried about, that they would have to really tone that down.
But with the Boys, I don't see. The Boys is still very violent.
It's not though. It's like one scene every couple episodes is a lot.
Yeah.
Of blood. It's not really uber violent.
No, but I think a lot of that is kind of implied. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a lot of implied violence. There's definitely
you don't see A-Train smash that guy's girlfriend into dust. Yeah. But you just see like the dude sitting there, all of a sudden he's just covered in red. He's like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, there's a lot of implied violence in The Boys. It doesn't show the actual but in Invincible, they'd have to show more.
Yeah.
Like it's a violent show, man. It's a very it's great, and I love it, but it's super violent.
Yeah, I mean, but it's really good though. Like I have to say, like it's so fun. Just seeing what they're doing with it, and then really like after I watched season 1, I was like, wow, I really messed up not buying these books back in the day. 'Cause I would have loved this thing.
And I looked at the cover and I said, it doesn't interest me. It just the cover did not interest me, and I was like, it looks like a book drawn for kids or something. I don't like it.
It's a tough like
I agree. It doesn't look like something that
it just didn't look like something that I'd want, to be honest.
Well, there was a different Odyssey.
Now I really want it. Now I really
that's why I want the it's not omnibuses, but there's something else. I do
compendiums.
I do want those.
Yep, there's 3 of them, 3 compendiums, and they're thick. They're almost like, I would say like they're like almost like encyclopedias. Like they're thick and really really good. Like it's great reads. What I say, with Invincible, as far as like you said, like the number 1 or the cover in the beginning didn't kind of grab your eye. It's because partly there was a different artist that started it out. I don't know exactly what issue that Ryan Ottley jumped on, but I do know they had
he did some stuff early on, and he didn't continue, but he would he did an issue early on, and he came back.
I forget who the original artist was, but like the original artist for Invincible, handled it. I want to say it was like maybe like it had to be like earlier issues. I want to say it was like not quite the first 10, maybe a little bit more than that. And then Ryan Ottley jumped on, and he was, I think, pretty much solid the rest of the way through. And then he just kind of stayed with it. So it's just like, it's funny because the other guy, and I don't even know his name off the top of my head, but the other guy, like when you say Invincible, a lot of people are like, all right, well, Kirkman and
everything that guy
like Ryan Ottley.
Everything that guy touches turns to gold. He's hot, man. He's hot.
He's just
his first episode he worked on was actually issue 8.
Yeah. So it was like, he but that's the thing. A lot of people were surprised, like, oh, like he wasn't involved from the very first. Like, nope, it was a different artist. But that's what happens with a lot of stuff. It's like, oh, like,
but he's involved in a lot of keys. He's not like maybe not not issue 1 and 2, but like issue 8 is a key, issue 9 is a key. Issue 10 is a key. He's involved with that, and then he goes to issue 19, which is the Battle Beast issue, first appearance. So like he's got a lot of good. He's like a lot of good ones he's worked on. Even the first general, what's his name?
Thrag.
Bride,
that's actually the one I have. So that's gonna be cool to get that.
So the guy who looks like Freddie Mercury.
Yeah.
Thrag is awesome. I can't really like.
They saved him for season 3.
Oh, dude, like he's gonna be. I think, if they're gonna do it all in 3 seasons, absolutely. But I think they're gonna have to probably do like 4 if they're gonna tell all of Thrag, because Thrag's story is kind of long. Like Thrag, is around for a while, but like it's one of those things where like I don't want to, like, I'm not gonna say what he does or anything like that, but it's just like for everybody who was like, oh, Omni-Man was badass, and oh my god, can you believe what he did? Thrag is a million times worse. A million times. Like he is so much more brutal and so much more violent. It's just like Thrag, like what you see in the comparisons of, oh, like Omni-Man versus Superman, who wins that fight? Thrag versus Superman, there's not even a question. He would wipe his ass with Superman easily. He would destroy Superman with no thoughts.
Why? Because he's more vicious?
Oh, he's just
tell me why.
Strong. He's extremely strong, very brutal, and like to the point of that, like he's one of them dudes where it's just like, you walk up to him and he's not like one of the people like, give me a best shot, let's see what happens. He just walks right up to you and just rips you in half. He doesn't give a fuck. Like
Kelly says he's stronger.
Yeah, Is he stronger than this?
Way stronger.
I don't know. That would
well. See, the thing with Superman, we got to remember there's different versions of. It's different versions of Superman, and what version of Superman are you using? Are you using the stupid, ridiculous Superman that he can sneeze away a galaxy?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's why I said it's. If we're using current Superman, I don't even know the story, and I would say he probably is beatable. You know what I mean? Current, Superman who has a lot of different weaknesses.
It wouldn't matter. Like
I don't go
to sneeze away a galaxy, but I'm telling you right now, he would fuck up every version of Superman.
All Supermans are one, and I really feel that Superman's the strongest of them all. But
he isn't relying on the CLO. That is
important. That is important.
That's why I was like, what are we giving Superman all of his strengths? You know what I mean?
Even if we did, he would still get killed. I'm telling you. I don't think
I haven't read it, so I'm just going by what I know about Superman.
I'm always gonna go with the good guy wins, buddy. Good guy wins. Superman's always gonna win that fight. Some way.
Callie says Superman is as strong as Alan the Alien, and you saw what happened to him.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, he would take Superman and wipe his ass with him. Like he literally would take him and use him as toilet paper. He would destroy him. Oh my God, would he destroy him? It's ridiculous, like how strong that he is.
I got a question about talking about Superman. I saw this. I've seen this before, and I saw it again. Superman or Goku? That's another one where you have to be like, where are we fighting at? And you know what I mean? And what Goku you get? What Superman you get?
Then you go Superman One Punch Man. One Punch Man hits you.
See, here's the problem. Here's your problem. Here's your problem with when it comes to Superman. Superman doesn't kill anybody. And Superman and Goku would be a kind of a dumb fight in that way, because the two of them, while Goku will kill you, he also is just like, I want to see you at your best. And that's always his problem. Where it's just like,
I'll use Superman. I'll use Superman
right now and kill me, but
hey, I'm not a Superman hater. I don't know much about.
I don't know his. I don't know his power set.
I'm not a Superman hater. I just know when I see displays of raw power like that, which is all right. So basically, because you can say whatever you want. Omni-Man basically was the initial Superman in that story.
But Superman doesn't display raw power unless even if he has to, he really doesn't display raw power. He always holds himself back.
Yeah, that's why I think a fight with him and Goku, it'd be a long fight because they both won't be showing their power. Well, it would take 2 hours to get. It would take 2 hours to get to that. Because Goku's gonna start off in normal form, and when he hits Superman, and Superman's going, "Ooh, that was actually kind of strong."
But I always give Superman the benefit of the doubt because I'm a Superman fan. But
well, yeah. But look, if I can ask that question, I actually ask that question to somebody in Japan, they're gonna say Goku.
The thing is, Goku, so here's what I'll say with Goku, because Goku would do one of two things. He would see. I think the better fight out of that, and I think. Potentially Vegeta would end up losing, but the better fight is Vegeta, because Vegeta's not going to sit there and wait and be like, oh, I want to see how strong he really is, Kakarot. He'd be like, no, fuck this. I'm going to kill this guy right now. And he would do his best to try to kill Superman instantly.
And while he gets beat up, that's when Goku would be studying his moves, training, and then he'd be like, all right, I'm ready.
And that's the thing. Superman doesn't do that.
But he has a lot of things that Superman doesn't have, like the instant transmission. So instant transmission, Superman couldn't touch him. As long as he can be phasing, it's faster than the Flash. It's just So it's
all the energy blasts and stuff that he can do.
So, it'd be crazy. How about Kitty Pryde versus the universe?
Flash is the fastest man.
That is true.
Flash is the fastest man on the planet, but he's still not faster than Superman.
Yeah. Well. I'm telling you.
Hey, what? Is that a riddle?
Superman's an alien, bro. Superman's an alien.
Yes.
Well, Flash did beat him in a race.
Yeah. Every other race, Flash wins.
Well, the thing that's funny is that everybody else in there is aliens. So that's why it's tough, and it's just it's one of those things where like Superman. Part of his problem is that for all his strengths, he's not a good fighter. Like I don't care what anyone says. He's really not.
Batman proved that. Batman proved that.
Yeah.
Well, Wonder Woman did too. Wonder Woman beats the shit out of him all the time. She's like, dude, you are not a fighter. I will kick your ass. Like you don't like all he really has is just strength, and that's about it. Like it's just like if you put him against someone that can fight that's as strong as him, he's getting like
heart, the will. I don't know.
He's not Captain Planet.
Got a lot of things going for him there, bud.
Hot,
earth, fire.
Yeah, no.
Wind,
Superman is basically Rocky Balboa. He really can't fight all that well, but like he's got a hot, and he can do this and that. It's like kiss my ass. It's like, you know what I mean? When it comes down to it,
I got to Boston Chris's belief in Superman. I just want that to be on the record.
I want to change answer. Kitty Pryde is very not. They really don't power level her right in X-Men universe or even Marvel universe, because she literally could rip everybody's heart out who can't regrow a heart. So she literally could. I mean, she just has to wear no metal from Magneto, wear nothing with no metal, and then just go Magneto. There you go, and he's dead.
You know what? I mean, there's a lot of people. There's a few people that's like that. Like Iceman also is very, very strong. That people don't realize that. It's just like kind of like as far as like X-Men characters that are like way stronger than you would think. Iceman is extremely strong, and then Jubilee also too. Like Jubilee has the same, I guess, like potential as like Human Torch does to be able to set the atmosphere on fire if she really wanted to. Like she could destroy everybody. It's just
because pure strength. I don't think people give Spider-Man enough credit either. That guy's fucking That guy's stopping trains and shit, putting together.
Well, not just that. I'll give Spider-Man this credit. He is the first person in comics to beat Luke Cage. So
that's pretty good. Well, he's got some Spidey sense. He knows what's up.
Yeah, but not just the Spidey sense. He beat Luke Cage, and Luke Cage beat Doom. Luke Cage beat Doom.
Yeah,
and he did it for $200.
I think one of the things that's really eye-opening too when it comes to Spider-Man was that story where Dr. Octopus takes over his body, and then he's as he's Spider-Man, he's like, oh my god, he's like he's been holding back this whole time because he could have ripped us all to pieces without even trying. This guy is so strong. It's just like, and that was the thing, is like he, Dr. Octopus had no idea that like Spider-Man was that Spider-Man is this strong all the time, like literally. Like, how did he not kill everybody? Like, how did he not kill every villain that came into contact with him? I would have killed them all just because. And it's just like, yeah, because he's not an evil fuck like you. Like, he's, a person that actually has a conscience versus, Dr. Octopus, who's like, oh, like, you stepped on my shoe, it's time to die. It's a very different story. So.
You dirty rat! You stepped on my shoe.
Oh, he was like, that's the thing. Like he I also say, like, when they talk about the Spider-Man villains, Doc Ock actually doesn't quite get I think enough credit for being as evil of a villain as he really is. Like he
gets a lot of credit from comic collectors.
Well, that's
because the issue 3 is more expensive than issue 2. And issue 4 in a few other, a lot of issues.
But that's because they tried to make him a like all villains nowadays. Nobody's an actual villain anymore. They're sort of like
anti-villain.
Yeah, they're sympathetic. There's a sympathy towards a villain.
Yeah, the reason makes sense.
Yeah, and they're trying. They were good, but they're not. But they want to be good. Like it's it's all of that nonsense nowadays.
Yeah.
Like, movies got especially Disney. Disney, listen. Villains are villains. Just make them villains. It's fine. That's what they're there for. You can't have a good guy without a villain. You need the villain. Not everybody can be a good guy.
And I'll add to this. You don't have to kill all the villains. So
yeah,
you actually put some in jail, or you could do like the comic book, deport them.
Right.
Some in ASM books, he got Chameleon got deported.
Put him in the fucking Phantom Zone. Do something, bro. Do something. Fuck.
Yeah,
what's crazy that I think with that too is just that, like, because I'm a huge fan of Thanos. Like he's literally I think my favorite villain. I would say out of everybody. And the thing that was like it kind of bothered me a little bit because when you see his cameo at the end of Avengers, he's sitting there and he's like, oh, he's like, you know, to do this is to court death. And it's like, oh, he's gonna be the actual Thanos. It's like, look, I don't give a shit about the balance and anything like that. I love this girl over here, Lady Death. I want her to be with me. Well, why don't you kill everybody? Oh, that's what you want? No problem. I will kill everything if it means they gotta get to go out with you.
If I can break a piece of that ass off, I'm killing the whole universe, baby.
Exactly. That was his whole motivation. He just wanted to impress her, and that's why like in the comics it's so cool because it's like, you know, like it's so funny because like it's one of those things where it's like, you know, she just kind of manipulates him into thinking that, like, you know, I'll be with you. And I have no problem with that. And she is kind of in love with him, but she's like, but I like controlling him better. Like I can use him as an instrument. So it's just like, it's just fun to do that. And he's just like, how many people do you want dead? Like, you just give me a list. I'll take like you don't have to give me a list. Just tell me how many and I'll take.
Although,
you know.
I did like the story, like the Gauntlet story they did in the movies. I love the comic book. I love the book story, but you know, how well would it translate? We've talked about it before. How well would it translate?
I think it's just more or less the fact that it you know, it might be a little bit too violent of a story for it.
Humans on Mars and they can't breathe and there's invisible fucking force fields around them and shit. Like, how well does that translate to movies?
Yeah.
Translate to comic books really well because we know what happened. We know Buddy put his power around them. Warlock put his power around them so they wouldn't die. Blah blah blah. Yeah. But you know, it's hard to, again, all those awesome concepts are very difficult to translate to a broad audience and in movies.
Yeah, it's nothing. He eventually got over her. He's like,
I like the fact that they did just dust him, so they really didn't kill him, but. It's
it's always kind of a question of when they want to bring him back.
It's a question when they want to bring him back, or if they bring him back, will he do? It's a lot of different things with.
Well, they still got good villains. Zemo's still kicking around. I want to see more.
Yeah, like there's a bunch of people that's still out there. It's just, you know,
I think him, bro, he was awesome. The guy
dancing Zemo.
Yeah, man.
I think that you know, it's hard to do that whole you know, keeping villains around type thing where it's just like, well, the villains, you know, if they're still around, then what's the difference? Just because you'll get the opposite argument where it's just like, you know, Batman arrests the Joker, puts him in jail. Joker breaks out, kills more people. Batman arrests him again and puts him in jail. And it's just like
get the age old.
Why do you keep like, why don't? And then it was just like, you know, and then that's the whole thing. I was like, well, if you just killed him, you didn't have a problem anymore. But I don't kill him. But why? He literally he's one of the biggest mass murderers ever. Like, why can't you just take care of his ass? Because it wouldn't be right. Oh, okay.
I think they should have done a story where they killed the main villain and 3 more villains popped up. That's why I don't kill villains, because every time you kill a villain, it just creates a whirlwind of more villains.
Well, you know what's funny is that Joker movie kind of explores that, where it's just like, you know, like, because the Joker movie, he's just sitting there and he's clearly, you know, just a deranged person just doing all this shit, and then you see there's all these crowds of people that are like, yeah, like I like the way this guy thinks, and it's like, and that's what you know, that's something that they really don't do all that often. It's like, you know, these people not only identify that, like they glorify this guy, and then if he did get killed, it's like, you know, you have one. I mean, basically the majority of everybody will be like, oh, that sucks, and just move on. But maybe you have, you know, a group of just random people that don't know each other that all of a sudden like, no, this is ridiculous. He can't die. Like, I need him back. Like, I'll be him if I have to. And then it's like, oh, this shit's happening again. Who is this? You know what I mean?
That's it.
So
right?
so that part of things is pretty cool.
We are Negan.
Yeah, it's just, you know, I think that
it becomes something like that. So I think that would have been a good exploration for Batman. Again, I'm not happy with Batman's stories where they're going right now. I don't think it's a great read.
I haven't read anything Batman new in a long time, but it's just,
everybody knows Batman's
Batman.
There's a Bat family. They're with like 108,000 people in it. It's fucking
yeah,
it's lame.
Yeah,
lame, but whatever. It's all right. I still like comic books, but mostly cool stuff.
Yeah.
I still collect Batman like an idiot, but whatever.
No, I think I do kind of think that when it comes to that type of stuff, there's it's hard when you think about it, because like we talk about like they could do this and they can make this better and this should be like this and this and that, but you also got to understand like that character now, I mean Batman himself is almost 100 years old. Like they've been telling that story for a long time. It's just like, you know what I mean?
Well, that's Marvel's problem, Chris. Marvel is running into this problem right now, and they're going to continue to run into this. If they do 10-year, 15-year, 20-year storylines, they're going to need the same actors, and those actors don't want to play that character, and people don't like the character changing. They started this trend, and I think that's going to be a problem for them in the future.
Well, yeah, and that is something that kind of makes sense too, because when you think about it, like as far as acting is concerned, yeah, you can have a long acting career, that's true, but when you think about it, and it's just like, yeah, over this acting career, I spent 10, like Scarlett Johansson, I've been Black Widow for 10 years. Like I had other parts in movies, but that I was the majority of the time I was Black Widow. All this time.
She's a real actress. She wants to do like real roles and like drama and all that shit. Like
I don't know if
she explore her craft per se.
I don't think she's won an Oscar, but she was in that movie with Bill Russell translation, and Bill Murray.
Oh,
and that won an Oscar.
Boring ass movie, but it was really good.
Yeah, but she didn't get an Oscar. Like she wasn't nominated, but the actual movie won an Oscar. So it's just like she's been in like big things. Yeah, she's been in things that have been So it's just like it's just one of those things where it's like like you said, someone like her, it's kind of tough to be like, no, I've been in these like real like big cinema like things before, and then I did this for a while, which is really fun and cool and everything. But it's just like, how long am I, and that's the thing too, is it's like, you got to think about that as far as, being in shape. And I mean, cause that's really like the prime of your life. It's like, all right, you got to be in the best possible shape to do this movie for 10 years straight. So any other action roles, any other like, physically demanding things, you're probably not going to do those.
You get a role at Disney now as one of their young up and coming hero stars. They've already introduced a few of them. You get a role like that now, you have to have the body. You can't get in trouble.
Yeah.
You really have to live like a pretty straight edge life in the midst of Hollywood, in the middle of your 20s. That's asking for a lot.
Haley Stanfield, I bet you Haley Stanfield's sitting there like that. So like she's sitting there be talking, and she's like, "Oh, I love pizza." No, you loved pizza. That's gone. You're not having pizza anymore.
Man, I'd love to go out for a night on the town with my friends. No. You wanted to. Now you're not doing it no more.
You can go for a night on the town, but you're drinking water with lime and stuff. There will be no alcohol. You understand that, right?
Oh, it's fucking It's just they don't want you to get in trouble, which is fine. I understand.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, there's that, and I actually forgot all about that. But yeah, that's true. I think that when you come into that whole thing, I think that people aren't really realizing what kind of commitment it is, and it's tough because it's like,
well, look at Hugh Jackman. He's so sick and tired of getting in shape, but he's doing it one more time for Ryan Reynolds. But
and guess what? It's probably not going to be one more time with him either. Because he already, the reason why I say that, because he said it was 2 ways he would come back to do to do this stuff, and it was one is to do it with Ryan Reynolds, the other one was for an Avengers movie.
Interesting.
So I could see him Secret Wars. Just saying.
Well, yeah, he is Wolverine. Let's be honest, he's Wolverine. I think they missed an opportunity to change Wolverines in this new Deadpool movie. That's fine. They didn't. We're gonna get a Hugh Jackman movie, which is fantastic because he is Wolverine. I love him.
Yeah.
Well, what are they gonna do? What are they like? They keep giving us him, and we're fucking used to him, man. We're gonna hate the next fucking Wolverine. We're gonna fucking hate him.
That's a tough part. And then the other thing too is that where that's gonna come, and I think really bite them in the ass, is the whole multiverse type thing too, because it's like all right, you can do that, and you can, and there's a great concept to introduce and do all this type of stuff, and tie up all these loose ends because there were multiple companies that were making Marvel movies with Marvel characters and stuff like that.
Sure.
So now you're gonna tie that up, or you're doing stories that have to do with it. But it's like, and the thing with all the variants and all that type of stuff, you're gonna burn people out on all these different variants. Where it's like, oh, well, this variant is this, and this variant is that. It's just like, no. Like, you'd be better off having the same character play. So it's the same person every time. It's just they're a little different in each of the universe. That's fine. But whereas it's like, no, like the two Quicksilvers. It's like, all right, so you have the original Quicksilver, and then you have the Quicksilver, the original Quicksilver from the Fox, and then you have Quicksilver from that was in the Avengers Ultron.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's the same person. It's just two different things. And it's just like, well, wait a minute now, because Wanda's talking to him and saying, oh, remember mom and dad and this, and he's talking about your memories. Like, dude, that's not the same person. Like I understand we're supposed to suspend disbelief, but it's just like, I mean, you would think that you look nothing like my actual brother. Like this, there's nothing even closely familiar about you. So I don't understand what's happening with this. And I think that gimmick is going to end up being kind of overdone, and it's going to because all right, Hugh Jackman comes back for Secret Wars, but then you go back to, the universe is split again, and there's another Wolverine, and it's a completely different person. Like you said, they're gonna hate on that and be like, well, what the fuck is this? Like I don't understand this. I think that really, like you said, they missed an opportunity to go ahead and put somebody else in. Like, I have no problem. You want to bring in the girl that was X-23 and keep her in there, like, not to be Wolverine, but just to be X-23, fine. And
I would have appreciated that. I would have appreciated that at least.
Yeah.
You know what? X-23 is a cool character. And it would have been interesting to explore her growth. I love Wolverine as Wolverine, but sure, give us that. But then when are you going to bring Wolverine back? Like, we want Wolverine, much like we want Batman. Much like there's certain characters we fucking want.
Yeah. So I agree with that. I think that really they could have recast it and really it would have been good to let it move on. I just wonder what I just hope that they're not going to do like how DC rebooted like 3 times or whatever, or they're going to reboot again because everybody's mad and they don't want to do it anymore. Well, you can't keep using the multiverse to be like, oh, we're just going to redo everything in multiverse. Multiverse. Yeah, or reboot, and this is this and this is that, because like that's what they're doing. The Flash is gonna reset everything. It's like, no, you can't do that. Like, I understand you can't have the same characters, but you know what you do? Or you can't have the same actors being the characters forever. So then you introduce somebody else as this, just because. I mean, it's just like James Bond. Like, no one sat there and was like, oh, Timothy Dalton. What happened to Roger Moore? And because you knew, like, all right, Roger Moore's done being this, now it's this guy.
Most people were excited. Most people usually are excited for the new James Bond. Like, exactly. So that's like usually like, oh, awesome, we're getting a new James Bond. I wonder.
But like nobody thinks of it like, oh, like, well, this is a completely different person. Like, no, it's still Bond. It's still the same guy. It's just a different face.
Nobody thinks of Batman the same way. It's just Batman. Yeah. It's not. Oh, this, the be all and end all. No, it's just Batman.
Yeah.
It's a different guy playing it every time.
I think that, I think also too, trying to over explain it like that is stupid because, you'll notice that Ed Norton was the original MCU, what's it called? Banner and Hulk, right? And then people they never sit there and explain where did Mark Ruffalo come from? How come he's different? What's going on with this? Was it this? Was it no? They just sat there and be like, all right, different guy. This is Hulk now.
That's Hulk now.
Good. That's all you had to do. That's all you have to do. And really, like that. That's doing it this way, I think, because now you have to explain. Well, why does this guy look different from that guy? What's up with that?
They changed Bruce Wayne. They changed Bruce Wayne's girlfriend in the middle of the fucking Batman trilogy. They're like, okay, Bruce Wayne's girlfriend is this chick. Oh nope, she's out.
Yeah, it was Katie Holmes, and then it was Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Like fuck, you can do that, and I hate the fact that they're not going to do that with Black Panther as well. Black Panther isn't the man, it's the character. Anybody with good acting skills can play the goddamn Black Panther, and we want more Black Panther.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But now you gotta wait for Toussaint or whatever his name is to grow up.
Oh man, they did that. They just need to. They shouldn't have. Yeah, they should. That's one character they definitely should have killed.
Yeah, the second movie would have been a lot better.
I didn't enjoy the second movie. It's been better than a lot of other stuff that's came out recently.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, so it's it's very interesting. But a lot of stuff would be interesting to see what we got doing in the future. They're moving a lot of stuff back. If people didn't see that, Daredevil got moved back to 2025. Because they got to redo the whole thing. What else? Something else. I think it's Andor got moved back to 2025.
Just all the writer's strike shit and
that one probably got done from that one. The Daredevil one was bad, so they let's get the Punisher script writer, thing guy, and let's really do this show right. So that was the issue with Daredevil. Now the issue with Disney only has 2 shows in 2024.
In one movie.
That's not over exaggerated. It's under a little bit, in my opinion. But that's just me.
That's not and you see, and Disney's trying to start the Disney Plus and all that shit. That's not enough programming. You need, and this is the problem. They need.
I would say 3. I would say 3 shows, not movies. Shows.
They need way more programming to run a Disney, like that kind of a streaming service, man. Because they're just, I think they're just offering mostly Disney stuff, right? I'm pretty sure.
Well, it's Disney stuff and Fox, because they bought Fox.
Right.
Yeah. It's a whole bunch of slew of different stuff. Because I know during the holidays they put Home Alone on there, and then they license Home Alone out to another streaming service to make money off of it. Okay. But during the holidays, for the last 2 or 3 years, might be more than that, whenever Disney Plus started, Christmas time, Home Alone 1, 2, 3, 4, or whatever, however it goes up to, they're all been on there. But like I was saying, that like the 2 shows for next year, I'm not thrilled about, because they actually have other shows that are complete, but I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know what's going on, because actually could be 3 shows, because Ironheart is complete. The Ironheart is actually so complete that last D23 they showed a trailer, and if you watch, you can probably look it up on YouTube now and see like D23 trailers or whatever. You can hear the pop when they showed that trailer for Ironheart. So I don't know if they're kind of worried because like, oh man, it's a female, but it's like, but it's not a character you change into a female. It's its own character that's similar to another character, but it's not. You didn't turn Tony Stark into a female. Let's just be
no. But the thing is that, like, that's how people are going to perceive it, though.
Yeah,
I don't care what you perceive it. That's not what it is, though.
No, but that's the thing. That because I can tell you right now, like my friend, I have a friend that is like, like he'll watch stuff and like he'll be all in on certain things, but then he'll sit there and be like once he starts watching, he'll stop picking it all apart, and he hates this and that. So he's just a general like just sourpuss when it comes to this type of stuff. But he pretends like he's into it. But the thing is that he will go ahead and be so they like, why did they do and make Tony Stark a girl now? Like, why is he a little black girl? I don't understand. It's not him. It's somebody else being like, yeah, but I mean, why is it got to be a girl? Why can't what? They couldn't get Iron Man to come back? I don't understand. And then that's what he does. Like, he literally
it's in the comics. It was that same opinion. That's in the comics and it's created, but I wanted to see the storyline because they're going to get into the was it the 10, not the 10 rings, but what's the name of the group that was in Shang-Chi? Like, they were going to go deeper into that.
It's the 10 rings.
Because the 10 rings killed her dad, and it was going to start connecting little things in little different ways. So I was actually curious to see it because that's they're going to touch on that, and then they're going to touch on the supernatural stuff a little bit more with possibly Mephisto, because he gave the power to what's his name? Who's going to be the villain? I can't even think about it, but they was gonna have that, and then they also was going to have, I think, a cameo of James Rhodes' niece. So yeah. But she's in the comics. She's in the comics.
I know, but this is exactly what we're saying. The ball.
This is what I'm saying. As far as like, so Bleak's reaction, which I mean, I'm not saying anything bad about Bleak. That's it. But Bleak's reaction is what a lot of people are gonna say, because it doesn't matter if they're in the. As much as people want to be like, oh, They're in, like the people that watch this stuff, that aren't actual comic fans. You can tell them all day how it's there, and this is 100%. They will not listen. They refuse to hear it.
There's also the fact that
And
I don't care that it's there. I want to see different characters. That Ironheart is not one of my characters, so the movie's obviously not made for me, and the show, and someone will enjoy it, and that God bless them for enjoying it.
Yeah,
but,
so there's that. But it's just like, as much as like I'm sensible and I can be like, all right, well this is legit. This is it. Just like the whole thing with like the female Silver Surfer. Like people do not want that, just because the fact is that Silver Surfer, and as much as people want to be like, well, but it's in the comics, it exists. It's been like, here, this is it. It's not as popular as Silver Surfer.
Well,
when you say Silver Surfer,
we haven't had an MCU male version yet.
Exactly.
They didn't even wait to change it. I would love before they even existed.
I would love, like, it's gonna be like, rumors start from one place, but I would love to find out that's like the rumor was totally wrong.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Oh yeah, no, I agree
because
with you.
Because the actress who they're talking about was the actress that played Magic, and a lot of people liked her as as Magic. And not saying that she would play Magic, but I'm just saying,
if they did that would be the ultimate troll on the community, because everyone's talking about this shit. Everyone's talking about it.
And guess what? It wouldn't be a troll because the community started the rumor. They didn't put the rumor out.
Oh, if they put the rumor out, that'd be even funnier. Just a fucking troll.
Hilarious. But this is what I say, and this is the problem.
I got a feeling they had her audition for stuff, and people just said, "Oh, she's going to be female." Just to because everybody's just to get everybody answered.
See, that's the thing. That like
people don't. And guess what, Michael Baker? People don't want Frankie Ray to throw it out.
I have no problem with Frankie Ray coming in. I think that when it comes to like just the thing that people need to understand is just that as much as like I've said it before about a lot of different things, but it's just like we look at comics in one way, so it's just like, okay, well, you can kind of go ahead and get us to rationalize and be like, well, if it's in the comics and everything like that. But the thing is it's not like it's like a well-known thing.
No.
Like a lot of stuff, sometimes like that Silver Surfer thing is kind of obscure. Like no one really has it, but like, oh my God, I can't wait for them to do this. It's like, you have to really figure it out and look, like, just because everybody who reported on it initially and then started saying like, all right, well, if you're gonna spec, like look at this book and try to get this thing. Nobody knew about that book beforehand. Maybe a certain few that read that stuff might have known it, but it wasn't like it was like general common knowledge type thing. And that's the problem. Is that, like,
I said it 2 years ago, Chris. I told everybody, this is my spec. Go get every female character you can that you like, female, whatever. Go get them all, because that's what's happening. And guess what? Your Bob's your uncle. You should have listened to me 2 years ago, people.
But the thing that I say is just that it's just it, like it exists in the comics, but that being the thought process, it doesn't work for the people that don't read comics.
Well, it also doesn't work for me, and I read comics, man. I still.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So you have a lot of different
Surfer
sections
Black.
that
There's
come
no
out there.
Silver Surfer
But
in there.
The non-comic readers are 100% gonna be like, absolutely not. This doesn't make any sense. The Silver Surfer that I know of has always been a guy. This is stupid.
Yeah.
And then the people that are comic fans that are like, no, I'm a big Silver Surfer fan.
Well, I was gonna say it earlier. The ball has rolled so far that of people saying the MCU or their gender.
Well,
genders.
Oh yeah, something. They're saying MCU on regular female characters.
So the ball has rolled so far on that it doesn't matter if it's true or not. People are just going to say it now. People are on that.
Well, it's like that was that like. So the reason I'm not fighting this much on the whole MCU thing, because I think it's stupid to begin with. I think it's dumb to even be like, female characters can't be put in. Fuck you.
They can be put in. They just have to be written well.
No, I understand that, but now here's the deal. Just because people be, it's not written well, because I think a lot of people that just don't like to see female characters it wasn't written well. So see, and that always becomes like so how much like what do you want done better about this character? You just don't like this character. Like just be legit, just be honest on it. Like you want to see this instead, and that's fine. I hear you. I think it sounds, like I said, I think it's stupid, But the other thing, the reason I'm not as, I guess, quick to sit there and be like, okay, the whole MCU thing is bullshit. It's just because it's not the same. It's not the same as when people are trolling, and just downing everything. Oh, everything Marvel sucks. It's not Endgame. It's not Endgame crowd was the biggest bunch of fucking assholes.
Yeah, that's a whole different. That's a whole different crowd. And you're right. It's not Endgame. They got to build that
everything,
shit up.
and it had nothing to do with.
They do gotta build. They gotta build that. Build that up.
No,
but that's a 10-year project.
Those people were just insufferable for the fact that they didn't want it. Like no matter if a movie was good, bad, ugly, and if they were refused to give any credit. It's not Endgame. I wanted something better like Endgame, and this ain't Endgame.
But I think all of us on this panel disagree on what has been a good movie and what's been a bad movie.
Yeah, that's fine.
That says a lot. That says a lot just right there, that we've all disagreed on what's been good and what's been bad. And we've all still enjoyed it.
I just find that to be a little bit more
like if I've gone, I've still enjoyed it.
Yeah.
The issue people are having is they're not even going. Yeah. And then they're complaining. Yeah, that's the thing. And to me, it's just like regular life. If you don't go, you can't complain. If you didn't see it, you can't complain. I could see if you saw it and then see it and then you can give some just opinions. But if you're just saying this because your favorite characters are not in it anymore, okay. I mean,
but the problem, like my friend, same friend, like when what's it called, Captain Winter Soldier came out, is it too much to ask that what's it called? And this is how he talks, so I'm not saying it. I'm not doing that voice. He really talks like. I mean, is it too much to ask for my Captain America to have powers? Like, what's the problem? But he loved USA. No, well, that's the way he should be. He should be this way. And I'm like, dude, you're a fucking idiot. I was like, you know nothing about the comics, yet you're gonna sit there and complain about everything, and then you're gonna like the thing that you shouldn't like, but then complain that this guy just isn't good enough. And I was like, you sound like a fucking moron. And the thing that was funny is that it's not about the fact that people, you'd be like, well, if you didn't see it, you can't say nothing about it. No, that's quite the opposite. People can say as much as they want just because of the fact that they're just going to make the most noise because they just don't like it, or they just want to see it. They want to see it fold, or they want to see it change to what they want it to be. And that's the problem, is that a lot of people will never once have an opinion or never once, see something, but they'll say, oh, like this, this is what it's about. Like my friend's opinion on Black Panther 1 is so far off from the actual movie. It's hilarious. It's like, well, they all complain about being oppressed and blah 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 and all the rest. I'm like, they never once even mentioned it. Literally, they never once mentioned anything about any of that shit the whole time. And he's like, yeah, okay, no, there was a whole movie. I was like, no, it wasn't. It was, to be honest with you, they were more critical of the Wakandans turning their back on just the rest of Black people in the world, because it's like, no, you had this thing and you could have elevated all of us and helped us all out, and you kept it for yourself.
Yeah, man, you could have helped us. They tried to make it like you could have helped us out in the 60s and you could have elevated
everything.
Well, you could have helped. Oh yeah, way back. Yeah, you could have been helped us. Yeah,
you could have been helping us out.
You could have helped. You could have helped other places in Africa that are struggling.
Goddamn nation, bro.
Yeah, no, not even just that. It's like
well, the cops were
I don't think Killmonger just I don't even think he just talks about America. He was saying, he said, what's it called? He said the same thing about, I think he even mentioned Africa.
See you, Mike. Thank you for joining.
Take it easy, Mike. I think he even said the same thing. He was just saying, basically, there's countries that are all around you that are poor as fuck, that people are starving and dying, and you do nothing. You just sit here and live with all your technology.
And that was a key point too in that movie for me, because he did mention stuff like you could rule the world, basically be the king. But the point that touched me is you don't even have to do that. You can actually just help out by meaning, like you said, feed people, be outreach programs. That's what they end up doing at the end of the movie. But
exactly.
that's what he was saying. You could have had this going and not act like you're a third world country.
Yeah,
but that's
something I think they missed.
They have to do that though to make it. Disney's trying to make their movies in a real world, but obviously, when you don't watch, when you don't read comics, because that shit doesn't matter in comics, but it does matter in movies. So you have to, because people are going, well, why aren't these fucking assholes helping anybody? You know, so you have to sort of answer that question, and it's sort of that's a hard question to answer. After
that's what they did the same thing in
60 years of comics.
In Ant-Man, what's it called? The Ant-Man 3. They said that, like, what's it called? Now all of a sudden they're using Pym particles to like grow stuff and help out with people, and like, oh, well, like we're helping to solve all this different shit. See, we're good people. It's just like, yeah, that's great. But it's like, but you know, it does beg that question of that, like, you know,
where were you? Where were you, bro?
Exactly. It's like so you could have been, you know, growing more food for people and helping out and getting all this different stuff, and you didn't. Like, you literally just sat there and just like did nothing.
You call yourselves heroes with this kind of great technology, but you keep it for yourself.
That's right. That's why, you know, the Civil War in the comic books was actually pretty, like, it was a good story when you think about it in that way, because it's just like, you know, all the time in the comics they're sitting there having these big battles and destroying cities, and then they just move on like nothing fucking happened. It's like, wait a minute, no, like that was somebody's house, that was somebody's business. Those people over there used to be alive.
Someone's eating dinner while Superman and fucking Zod just fucking washed through a fucking building.
It's just like, you know, here I am, you know, just there was a what was it? Magneto in the Days of Future Past. People are at a baseball game just chilling. Hey, all right, we're gonna root on the Oakland. Oh shit, what is going on here? All of a sudden someone comes and he just rips the stadium out of the ground. It's like, all right, you know, a bunch of people died there, and then he dropped in the middle of everything.
Amazing scene, by the way, when he fucking did that.
Well,
that was such a fucking cool scene.
Batman and what's his name? Darkness. The stadium blew up. All those people.
Yeah, Heinz Ward.
Oh yeah. Heinz Ward was the guy that actually.
Yeah, he ran that punt back, and all of a sudden he was just sitting there like, oh shit.
The stadium's gone.
Heinz Ward is my second favorite player of all time, actually.
Oh boy, you probably voted for him in Dancing with the Stars, didn't you?
No, I didn't watch it, bro. But I knew he was on it. I know he won. Because he's a fucking winner.
Yeah. But you know, I mean, it is kind of funny, like when you you know, when you think about all that stuff, and just like how people like kind of look at things. Like I can tell you right now, like I know that my opinion, and I'll say this, my opinion of the second Avatar movie is based on the first one. I saw it, and you know, at the time, yeah, it was great. And then as you see another thing, I was like, wow, this movie really wasn't that good. And then my opinion of why I say the second Avatar's gonna suck dick is because fucking what's it called? James Cameron's a piece of shit. I can't stand him. Like, I love his older stuff, but he's such a fucking baby because the Marvel movies are doing so well money wise. He's like, oh, you're ruining cinema. You're ruining. It's like, go fuck yourself.
James Cameron didn't say that. That was
No, he did. He was part of
that. Martin Scorsese.
No.
James Cameron.
But that quote you said, that was Martin Scorsese.
Oh, I know that, but he refused to release Avatar.
Shit, though. He's been
but he didn't say that quote.
I know that, but he refused to release Avatar because he didn't want to compete with the MCU because like this isn't fair. And then when Endgame beat the record, or was it either Infinity War or Endgame beat his record, he got mad. Yeah, real mad. He's like, no, put it back in the theaters. It's not fair.
Because he's like, yeah, but he's not actually wrong, man. There's cinema, and then there's fucking awesome superhero movies.
Avatar was not cinema.
They're very different.
Yeah, Avatar wasn't cinema. Avatar was these kind of movies.
I would say Avatar wasn't cinema. I will agree with that. But look, I'll say this: he's fighting against his own team.
I know.
Avatar is a Disney movie.
I mean, I can argue a bunch of his shit isn't
He's fighting against his own team. He made Terminator, bro.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. He is not what you think. These movies aren't cinema. Go fuck yourself. Terminator 2. Terminator 2 is not cinema.
You put a guy who couldn't even speak English in the movie.
Yeah, but Chris, what I think they're all alluding to, and which I don't think they've actually said out loud, is these movies make so much money that it's hard to get your movie made.
And you've lost your
hard to get a regular movie made now.
No. They get regular movies made, but they overcharge for them. That's why you're gonna get less and less cinema movies like you want to say, or what they want to say. Is because look what the last Martin Scorsese movie just did.
Well, that's because
it cost as much as Marvel's, and made way less than Marvel.
So here's the problem with Scorsese.
Oh, you saw it?
Yeah, it was shitty, man. It was shit.
Yeah,
really? It had a good concept. I feel bad.
Just the actors were too old to play it just was too much.
Of course.
It was
I'm gonna tell you right now.
It didn't translate from young to old when they did the forward backward scenes. I was like, same actors, they look exactly the same. How am I supposed to believe this 80-year-old guy is 20 years old in this scene?
You talking about
the 14-hour-long fucking movie that
the Indian.
No, that was the last movie. The last one, the newest one he did was that one with Leonardo DiCaprio and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I know what you're talking about.
Oh, you didn't see that one then. All right.
No. But I also know
but that was a long movie too, so you were correct.
Yeah. He was also a huge part of the Joker movie. And he walked away at the end of it to go film his 8-hour fucking movie.
Well, here's the thing, and this is what I'm gonna say about all those guys. What was it? Ridley Scott, fucking Scorsese. I would even say James Cameron to an extent too. Oh, they've all lost their fastball. They're all old, and the thing is that the way they want to tell their stories, it doesn't quite work anymore. Just because the fact is like they refuse to accept that the best years are behind them, and it's like that's the problem. Just like what was it, the Alexander movie, right?
That Alexander.
Is it Ridley Scott?
So
bad. No, not Alexander. The Napoleon movie, right? And I'm trying to think if it's Ridley Scott or whatever. He's like, it
was Ridley
and then people started saying like, hey man, like there's a lot of inaccuracies with this shit, and he's like, you know what? Shut the fuck up. Were you there? Then go fuck yourself. And it's like, so are you admitting that you're over 250 years old? Like, were you there too? Like, because if you're not, then like, I mean, you're making this movie and you're not trying to be historically. But
none of Ridley Scott's movies are historically accurate. They have historical accuracies in them, but they're not historically accurate.
Yeah. So I think I mean I don't know, like, and that's the thing. Like, did he put it out there as to be historically accurate? Because I can understand him being upset if he didn't do that with that intent.
Troy's not even storily accurate. They fucking raped the shit out of that chick and fucking destroyed that city. And Achilles was dead on the beach. Just so everybody knows, not even remotely that story was a thing. But Troy was a good movie. Did I enjoy it?
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And the thing is that when it comes to like that part of things, like, I can understand him being like, well, I never said it had to be like, and he didn't have to really say all that shit the way he did it. He could have just been like, look, he could have just sat there and be like, look, I wasn't trying to make a story. I was trying to make I made a good movie.
I'm trying to make a good movie. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, that's all
that's all I can say. But that's the thing. He said, "Shut the fuck up." Were you there? Fuck off. It's just like, you know what? Calm down. That's because the point of because he got mad about what's it called, that movie that he did with Matt Damon. He was like, the MCU is the reason that we can't make good movies, like because people's attention spans aren't good enough. And it's not like, dude, there's been plenty of long ass movies. It's like your movies are fucking boring and stupid. That's the problem. It's like you're putting stupid shit out there. Like, don't get mad at everybody else because you suck.
And I don't think Martin Scorsese's best days are behind him. He's been putting out a movie every 5 or 6 years that have been winners, man.
I get news for you. The last good movie he made was Casino. Not Casino. The last good movie he made was Departed. After that, he's not made anything really good.
He made what's that movie? The Wall Street one.
Wolf of Wall Street.
No, he made that. Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Yeah,
I watched that one.
He made the bear one with he made the bear thing.
Yeah, no, the bear thing. Listen, the bear thing got the praise because they stepped over. Because they stepped over. Leonardo DiCaprio and Wolf of Wall Street. I keep forgetting about Wolf of Wall Street. So, his last good movie was Wolf of Wall Street. I'm sorry, I made that mistake.
All right,
however, the bear movie, the Revenant, right? That movie. The only reason why that got all the praise and everything that it did, and that Leonardo DiCaprio got an Oscar, is because he lost it for Wolf of Wall Street.
Finally, he did lose it for Wolf of Wall Street, but I think he lost it when he played the airplane guy, Howard Hughes. That was that was a magnificent role.
Yeah,
and he lost it to Jamie Foxx, who did Ray Charles.
Wow, Ray was a good movie.
But come on, man. The acting
Ray was good.
It was a little different. I don't know.
Ray was one of the best movies I've ever seen. Like honestly, it was really good, and I think that
I liked it.
You know, the problem that comes with I mean, just like how I also believe that when it comes to like best supporting actress, like that should have been for Black Panther 2. That should have been Angela Bassett all the way, and I don't even like Angela Bassett. I really don't.
I would. I ain't gonna lie. Watching it, like, and we have to end this soon, but we can end on talking about this real quick. But she played that role very good, and with a lot of belief and emotion, and a lot of heartbreak when you saw what happened. A lot of stuff like she's
a regal woman, man. She
played a powerful, loving, caring, scared, like all that in all this movie, and I think they
still regal and still pulled off the fact that she was a prince, like a queen, like you.
And what killed me is they snubbed her for what's love got to do with it. I mean, that snub means she didn't win when she should have won for that. But this was their chance to give her flowers. And I'm watching the movie. Was it the one Julia Roberts won for? And so far, I don't agree that, and I'm only halfway in the movie. Unless it gets extremely better, her role, she definitely was not better than Angela Bassett. And like I said, I have to finish watching it, and I'll give my full thoughts about it. But I think they just wanted to give as many trophies to that movie as possible. That's what and they didn't want to give recognition to but because they gave Heath Ledger one, but he passed away, and it was a great role.
Yeah.
But
that's the thing. It's a comic book movie.
She was the front runner.
I wonder if Heath would have won if he didn't die.
I agree with you on that. That's what I hate to say.
Don't get me wrong.
I hate to say it.
He should have won, but I wonder if he would have won if he didn't die.
But that's why I say I agree with you on that, and it's sad that we say that. Because I don't think he would have either if he was still alive.
They never want to give comic book movies credit because they're not like you said that's not cinema, that's not this, that's not that. They'll give you best the things that a comic book movie will win. They'll win best effects, best sound, best this, best that. But they like the serious awards like best actor, they'll never give it that shit.
But that's also a problem though. You can make comic book movies cinematic and very. There's great stories. And I've said it, and I'll say it again. That Jane Foster Thor story, that should have been a separate story. That's a really heartfelt superhero. Woman strong. It's an amazing story, and that would have been all on its own. Would have been fucking awesome for women around the world and me because I like the story.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that really, the hot pot. I mean, because there's a lot of different snubs that have happened. Like Eddie Murphy got screwed.
That was
for Dreamgirls. He put everything into that movie.
Eddie Murphy got screwed by
won that shit second, and then they was like, nope. They gave it to some random asshole. The guy himself that won was like, me? What the fuck? And then everyone's like, did you see Eddie Murphy just storm out? Why the fuck? Yeah, he's probably gonna punch somebody in the face. It's like, what the fuck else do I gotta do? But the thing is like, you had, people, you just kind of had it where it's just like, he knew what he did. He knew how he played it, and he should have been, better off than that. But the thing is that, when it comes to all these different things, it's all in the eyes of the beholder. So it's just like, we look at it in a different way than, the Academy would.
The Academy, and let's remember the Academy doesn't watch everything either. Because that's how, if that was the case, these DVDs and VHSs back in the day that are unopened, that's supposed to be for the Academy people or voters, those wouldn't be unopened. Let's just put that out there.
Yeah,
because those have been popping up. I've been noticing.
I think you have to pay to be in the Academy Awards. It's not. It's like a club, but whatever.
Yeah. And it's the same thing with like
look. Time out.
Yeah.
Time out. All right. I want to tell everybody we got a couple of more shows at the end of the month. We're going to do back to back the 20th and 27th We're gonna talk more Invincible because we'll have a few more episodes. But main things we're gonna talk about is probably what are we looking forward to collecting in 2024. Maybe go over our list, stuff like that. Probably I don't know what day. Me and Chris are gonna talk about what day we're gonna do either or. Probably 27th, maybe or maybe both. Do a little bit of 20, a little bit of 27th. But we're gonna talk about that. It's gonna be like an open forum like this. So Bleeker, anybody else wants to join because that's what the main topic is gonna be like. What we're looking forward to. Also, on one of those 2 days, or maybe both days, we'll do the same thing and kind of talk about some of the stuff we picked up. Not probably going to show everything, but talk about some of the key things that we picked up or the things that, that we thought were keys to us. They have to be key comics, but, things that we picked up throughout our, goals. Some stuff we might have shown in the hunt, some stuff we might have not shown in the hunt. So, and because you'll be able to see that type of stuff in the next couple episodes. We're going to take next week off. But like I said, 20th and 27th should be game on for. So like I said, it's more, those two shows definitely more of an open thing. And please come join if you want to talk about those things of what the future might hold of your collecting goals. I just want to put that out there so people can come on. K-pop can come on as well. And Callie, if he's available, he's always in the chat. Bleeker, like I said before, anybody else who we know. Kind of be like an old school hangout. We'll talk a little Invincible at the beginning, but we're not going to give stuff away like we did today. But definitely go watch it if you are able to watch it. Anything I'm missing, Chris, on what the next two episodes?
Not that I know of, unless something happens like newsworthy.
Yeah, maybe it's something newsworthy, but that'll still be something we all could talk about. Newsworthy if we get something before Christmas or after Christmas. What else? I gotta say this because this guy and me are gonna do a sale this weekend. We were gonna push it back. It was getting closer to Christmas, but we're gonna do a sale Saturday night. Like we did it last time, like 7:30 probably Central. So it'll be 8:30 Eastern. Chris is more than welcome and K-pop to come help us moderate and help us keep the chat going. I'll see if anybody wants to join for to sell for a couple of rounds.
K-pop is on that. She's very
I'll see if like I said, I'll see if anybody wants to come sell for a couple rounds. If maybe if Tony's available because I know he's always willing to sell. So we'll see.
So make sure you go to sleep on Friday night K-pop because we need to.
We got Silver Age people. We got Silver Age Batman. We got Silver Age Key. Avengers. We got Golden Age.
Golden Age. I actually just sold the Golden Age, so I got some other Golden Age. I'll give you a little preview. This is a Golden Age I'll be having this Saturday. So this is from 1944.
Nice.
1944, and the key thing about this is if you submit it to CGC, you can get the custom label from the Secret Sound collection.
Nice.
So as long as you submit it with that, you get. So this is one, little key book that I'll have available for Golden Age. But yeah, like you said, we're gonna have Golden Age, Silver Age. I'll have modern.
I got new slabs.
I'm gonna have modern at a ridiculous price because I want to give people a deal and I want to move a lot of books.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of gonna have some DC Deceased and Batman Who Laughs and good shit like that. Maybe some Immortal Hulk. We'll throw some of that in. Yeah. It's gonna be a lot of good stuff. It's gonna be a lot
after Black Friday type sale stuff. So it's gonna be a lot of good stuff. Like for example, this Transformers lot. I looked up all the sold prices. It equals out to like $205. This is gonna be like 75% off.
How about we go, for example, the first Ultron?
Well, I know you got some very big books, but I got some very discounted books.
You want some sensational She-Hulk? We got you. We got
you. But yes, check out we're gonna try to do some previews. I'm gonna try to take pictures. I might be able to do a video preview, but I'm gonna try to take some pictures of like maybe drop 10 books tomorrow.
Look at that shit.
Look at that. I'm gonna drop some pictures or video tomorrow on Instagram. So definitely I'll promote it out. So anybody who's on Instagram, that cover doesn't get enough credit.
I know.
Because it reminds me of that Batman cover.
Yeah, it's wicked.
Yeah, so definitely people who are watching this later, watching it, or who are watching it now, please share it out this Saturday. Come get some deals, slabs, a lot of stuff very discounted. Besides the golden age and maybe some of the silver age.
Some of the silver age is going to be priced, but it's going to be priced to sell.
Everything's going to be priced to sell. Just to let you know. So it's
I'm not priced to keep it. I ain't taking it home with me.
It's not. We're not a museum, and we don't want to take it home. We want you guys to enjoy them. Get maybe some Christmas gifts, or get after Christmas gifts. However you want to do it.
I just need to pay some bills, man. I need to pay my bills.
Yeah. So, and if we have a big book, meaning a book that's a few $100s, I know for me, time payments are welcome. We just ask for a percentage down. And I know if it's something like a few $100s, like $300-$400, I'll definitely give you like 30 days to pay for it, as long as you give me like 30%. So I have no problem with doing payment plans and stuff.
We got a confirmation from K-Pop. She will be there.
Yep. So K-Pop will be there. Chris will be there. I'll see if Tony is available to sell. If he is, then we'll be just us three selling, and maybe Chris, because he showed me a couple of doubles. He needs to get rid of these doubles and triples.
He probably has 800 doubles over there. It's fucking
he got two very good doubles. He showed me before you got here.
Oh no,
before we went live.
That's one double.
Two of every G.I. Joe comic. He's got two of every Transformers comic.
No, I don't have two of every, but I do have.
Yeah, the run. He has the run.
Not
he has the run, and he has the run of G.I. Joe. But Blake, you got anything going on besides? I know you want to, besides Saturday and Sunday, because you got Sunday.
Yeah, we got church on Sundays. We got Saturday with Houdat. We're going to be on his channel this time. We do it opposite channels, so next one will be on my channel most likely. Mm-hmm. And man, Sunday with church. Don't forget to check out the Reverend. This is half the family right here. These guys are always popping on Sundays, so got to thank you guys for that. Mm-hmm. And I think Collector Club's going on this week.
Yeah, Friday. I'm gonna try to make it. So yeah, definitely check out Collector Club with Biggie. And sub everybody up, man. I appreciate everybody coming through, checking it out. Checking this out, checking stuff that me and Bleeker and Chris are all a part of. All love in the community. Collect what you love what you collect. That's all I'm gonna say. And Chris, you got anything before we go? I think I actually did already. I don't know if I did.
Oh, Patriots are winning.
He's upset. Patriots are winning. Patriots are winning. He's upset. Well, one time he doesn't want the Patriots to win.
Yeah, this season the goal is not to win. At least in my mind, it's like, you know what, get as good a draft pick as you can, and let's try to fix some of those things that's going on. But no, I don't have anything really going on. I'm just kind of just hanging out. So I'll be there on the sale on Saturday. And Sunday I'll be on Bleeker's for the church, and next Friday for the hunt. But other than that, I'm just kind of just doing my thing and taking it easy. So
maybe.
Oh, X-Men 51 and 64.
Mm-hmm. We got books, people. We got books.
It's going down. It's going down. I'm just saying. So everybody have a great Friday, and hopefully we see you Saturday and Sunday. Even if you can't stay Saturday, just pop in and say hello, and give us a thumbs up. It helps out a lot because we're only doing this once a month, me and Bleeker, and with a possible guest. We're not trying to oversaturate. So, but yeah, it's gonna be nice. But y'all have a great night. Thank you guys for coming. Episode 18 is a wrap. And like I said, next 2 episodes are going to be kind of like a hangout, so more than welcome to join.
Sounds cool, bro.
Peace out.